Yo, yo, Tony D is back with the Black Summer. Got issue 2 and 3. It's a double hitter. Let's get into this. Where we left off, it's a high stakes narrative for sure. So you have Horace, one of the 7 guns. He assassinates the president, the cabinet, and we're left with our guy, Tom Noir. He's just been visited by one of the program leaders that created them, and he got out of that and he activated a main line that they have access to get out of there. Now they're dealing with the consequences of what one of them did. One's playing damage control, and right now it's not important to know their names and all that. That's Atlas Hyde, but it's fast paced. They're all coming together trying to figure out what to do because they're being hunted now because one of them did what they did. And Ripe, his artwork is just precision based with this action. It's a good matchup. They're trying to process the fallout. Tensions are really rising with the army. Yeah, they're starting to march the streets, and we're getting more glimpses of the rest of the 7. They're coming together in a way, but with everything so chaotic as it is, they're not together really, but it's bringing them together. The themes of power, morality, and the cost of heroism run deep in this. Look at that, Ripe, that's what I'm saying. It's just visceral as ever. It just captures the chaos and the violence with that stunning precision. Look at that. It's cinematic. Yeah, here you go. This makes it even worse. Firing on the army is not going to help any of them. What one of them does, it's really all of them doing it. Tom, the vibe I pick up as the writing goes, I believe Tom Noir, I think he's the smartest one. And you get more glimpse of this character's power. And they have no choice but to fire upon this army helicopter because it's going to happen. The copter's going to fire upon them, and it was one or the other. They had to pick. There you have more of that more humanism of being a superhero. It's like a lot of comics, they would find a way out of that without doing that. This comic book, it hits you right in the face with what really probably would happen. And then you get a flashback to her development into one of the 7 guns. The flashbacks are cool, black and white. You get more of the sense of it was that the good times. These flashbacks, like it was just an exciting time for them and they're doing good and they feel good about it. And then you get to where Horace he's back telling them, hey, you need to leave my friends alone, which it just makes it even worse. Him speaking out for them, and he still wants free elections or he's going to just take them down. Now you're into this layer, a hideout, and this is Atlas right here. Totally looks different, depowered. But they're talking more of what's going on. Really, they're arguing over the actions that have happened. But you really couldn't get away from some of that. And then it gets pretty heated. You could tell these 2 guys, there was probably a lot of conflict between them 2 in their initial outing as a 7 guns. And Ripe just nails it. He just transforms. And he's like more a Hulk type character. It doesn't last that long. There's a little levity, but within discussing this, you don't get the feeling that they ever were a team. It's a lot of arguing. A lot of people, they would have different opinions, different viewpoints and thoughts of how to deal with something so severe, but it wraps up there in the hideout. You have some SWAT team members coming, and you're just left with that feeling that they're going to be thrust into another situation. We have Issue 3, we continue from there. And I really love this setup where you have the SWAT team and then you have that shot right there and then you get the explosion. And then they let loose with their guns. And Ripe, he's nailing it. They find out they're not there. It's an old hideout. And Atlas Hyde is describing how when they broke up, abandoned that hideout and made this one without telling Frank, who they think he's dead, but he's working with the government now. And what I really start getting from this is the deconstruction of the superhero morality. It exposes hidden internal assumptions. You could call them contradictions, where you really think superhero comic, you think good guy, here's the bad guy, take out the bad guy, don't hurt anybody else. This totally flips that on its head. Here's the good guys. One of them views the government as a bad guy and then inserts himself into that to take care of that bad guy. And now you have this huge mess and you have all these decisions of what to do. And these two are continuing their dialogue. He's telling Atlas Hyde that he doesn't have his powers. And then we get into a little bit of he's deceiving him. Because he actually tells him some things that they could do. Give up. They could attack John Horace, pretend they're his friend, show up and then attack him. Things of that nature. And this guy right here, he's the smartest one, I think. He's thinking something else. He activates. He tells him he's at a low capacity. He's really at 99.3 capability. He's starting, I think he's questioning Horace's motives, and he's starting to get engaged where he can figure this out. He's totally in the ether, man, totally monitoring everybody. He figures out by doing that there's activity outside their base. And he comes up with the idea they could surrender. That's one of the options. And of course, the group, she definitely, no, I ain't doing that. Well, he gets suited up. I mean, he can get in the local cell phone landline traffic. All military comms are available. Wireless intervention suits. It's all kinds of stuff. It's, when I say in the ether, I'm talking like whatever's connected electronically, he is in it. He's probably getting information we, the reader, don't even really know about. He goes outside, and there's actually a tank out there, and they're, oh great, he's going out there, and he's gonna make it worse. The speedster of the group. It's just the high energy combat. It's worth this book. He says, I surrender, and they just fire on him. I think he did this just to show him, hey, surrendering's not an option. This is how we're going to be treated. We need to do something else. And he may already have a plan. That's what I'm predicting. They go outside. They think he's dead. I don't think he is. And he activates his powers and takes out the tank. Actually throws it. It's really good artwork. I love the dark and the bright. Very visceral. They should make a movie out of this. It's a cinematic feeling. We end here. He's noticing that his surrender option was really just stupid. He's got a temper too. And now it's just getting worse. It just spirals and spirals. Warren Ellis, the deconstruction of the superhero, it's fantastic. And Ripe, great artist. I'm going to keep reading it, keep reviewing it, and it's all good. Get it?